Hi everyone. I wanted to go ahead and get these Bible codes out on Purim. Now that I have a little bit of time, I was really hoping to get these out sooner because as you can see on the calendar here, well, it doesn't show Purim, but I believe it starts on the 23rd. So we're getting really close to Purim, so I wanted to just go ahead and get these out as soon as possible. And I'm going to start with this one right here. And this one reads at the top, Purim, star, sign, sun, man, dive, earth, hit, sun, moon. And over here at the top, starting with the S over here in the light bluish purple, you have the word sun. And this is referring to the Son of Man. And you see the letters S-O-N. And then man is meshed in with the word sun with the letters M-A-N. And over here, starting with the letter S, it actually shares with the word sun. And you see the rest of sun here in the burgundy. So it starts with the letter S, and then you have the letter U and the letter N. And that's really interesting because in the scriptures it refers to Jesus as a son in the book of Malachi. So I'm going to try to pull that up real quick and see if I can get that to come up. Okay, right here in Malachi 4:2 it says, "But unto you that fear my name shall the Son of righteousness arise with healing in his wings, and ye shall go forth and grow up as calves of the stall." So this is obviously referring to Jesus, and it refers to him as the Son. So it's really interesting that in this table it actually shares with the word Son. Okay, and over here in the green we have the word dive with the letters D-I-V-E. And in the dark green we have the word hit with the letters H-I-T. And then over here in the yellow you have the word earth with the letters E-A-R-T-H. And you also have the word moon here in the bright blue with the letters M-O-O-N. And here in the lavender, you have the word sign with the letters S-I-G-N. And in the pink, you have the word star with the letters S-T-A-R. And in the light red, you have the word Purim with the letters P-U-R-I-M. Okay, and some of the interesting terms that come up in this table is this phrase right here. It says, "Thou makest him glad with joy in thy presence." And this is talking about Jesus because, as you can see down here, this is coming up in the book of Psalms. And this is starting with Psalm 21, verse 5, and it goes through to Psalm 22, verse 2. And if you look at Psalm 21, if you look at the first verse, which is not showing up in the matrix, you see that this is talking about Jesus because it says, "The king shall joy in thy strength, O Lord, and in thy salvation how greatly shall he rejoice." And the word salvation here is actually the word Yeshua in the Hebrew. So this is prophetic about Christ, and so this is talking about Christ over here. But you could also just extract from that where it says him over here, you could just take out the phrase, "I'm glad with joy in thy presence." So that could be prophetic as well as far as the table goes. And over here we have Jehovah and loving kindness. And this is interesting. I had noticed the word right hand over here. So I had actually put some terms in the table about that because I didn't know if it had to do with the mark of the beast. So I tried some other terms, and I'll show you those in a minute, and those came up as well. But over here you have fiery furnace, and this is talking about God's vengeance on the earth. And as you can see, the word earth comes in ELS form over here in the matrix, and it's talking about God's wrath and his vengeance on the earth. And you see the word wrath right here, and you have the word earth right here where it says the earth right here. Okay, and over here you have the word fire. The earth is going to be destroyed by fire in the last days. And this is interesting, and this might be another reason why I searched for terms that had to do with the mark of the beast, because over here it says that God is going to destroy from the earth their seed from among the children of men. Okay, and then over here it says they intended evil against thee. And over here where it says intended evil, you can, when you push those two words together, you can extract the word devil. Of course, you know, the devil is behind everything. And it says they intended evil against thee. They conceived a device. Okay, and then like I said, it has the word devil right here. So they conceived an evil device. And then it says, which they are not able to perform. Right here. For thou wilt make them turn their back. Okay. I'm trying to see if there's anything else here. Okay, over here it talks about, it says, my groaning, which reminds me of the travail. And if you look at the scriptures for the word groan, you see that the entire earth groans in travail. Let me see if I can get that up. Okay, over here it says, and not only they, but ourselves also, which have the first fruits of the Spirit, even we ourselves groan within ourselves, waiting for the adoption, to wit, the redemption of our body. So I believe this is making reference to the time of travail on the earth, as well as, of course, what's in the context here. And this is actually going into Psalm 22, which is about Christ and the crucifixion. And this is where Jesus said, my God, why hast thou forsaken me? And I think the entire context of this psalm over here refers to Purim. It's really interesting that this comes up in Psalm 21 and 22, because this is all about devising an evil plan. And of course we know with the first Purim, they had devised an evil plan, or Haman which was a prototype of the Antichrist, had devised an evil plan to exterminate all the Jews. And of course, this also, as I had mentioned in one of the other videos, it's also prophetic, and it draws a parallel between what happened with Christ when Christ was betrayed on the cross and the son of perdition had come and betrayed him, and then in the last days the son of perdition is going to betray Israel. So there's a parallel between that, and as well as with the first Purim, when Haman had devised a plan to exterminate the Jews, and God helped them when Esther fasted for 3 days and then went before the king and interceded for her people Israel. So this seems to be prophetic to Purim in the last days. And as I said, Purim is coming up. I'm not sure if this is going to get fulfilled on this Purim or on Purim at all, but it does seem to be lining up. And so I think these scriptures are really important for me to go ahead and just read the context so you can see how it seems to line up with Purim and what might possibly take place in these days coming up. Okay, and I'm going to start over here with verse 5, and as I showed you earlier, this is referring to Jesus, to Yeshua, which is salvation. So I'm going to start reading from this verse, and it says, "His glory is great in thy salvation, honor and majesty dost thou lay upon him. For thou makest him most blessed forever. Thou makest him glad with joy in thy presence. The king trusteth in Jehovah, and through the loving kindness of the Most High he shall not be moved. Thy hand will find out all thine enemies. Thy right hand will find out those that hate thee. Thou wilt make them as a fiery furnace in the time of thine anger. Jehovah will swallow them up in his wrath, and the fire shall devour them. Their fruit wilt thou destroy from the earth, and their seed from among men, from among the children of men. For they intended evil against thee. They conceived a device which they are not able to perform. For thou wilt make them turn their back. Thou wilt make them make ready with thy bowstrings against their face. Be thou exalted, O Jehovah, in thy strength. So will we sing and praise thy power." And then start Psalm 22. "For the chief musician set to Adulath Sheshar," I'm not sure how to say that, a psalm of David. My God, why hast thou forsaken me? Why art thou so far from helping me, and from the words of my groaning? O my God, I cry in the daytime, but thou answeredst not, and in the night season, and am not silent." Okay, I'm not sure if I have time to go into the next table, so I'm just going to pause this right here, and I'll pick up in the next video.